This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. Oh my. So I do love this card. I haven't gotten to play with it yet. I've been wrecked by it once or twice. It is really expensive in a format where you need to add to the board early. And that's a thing, but Soul of Emancipation is so cool that it's probably what we're going to take here. The good news is we're not giving up a ton in this pack. I mean, Out of the Way and Knockout Blow are both quality cards, but they're not that great. I mean, there's a chance we don't get to play the Soul. Like, we don't end up in Brokers, you know, which could happen. But we're not giving up much, you know. Rafine's Informant, too. Honestly, I'd probably take the Informant. I'd almost take it over both of these, I swear. It's been so good as a 2-drop. You know, I don't know what would happen if you walked into Card Kingdom's physical store and said that, but it probably wouldn't hurt. You know, someone would write it down the old-fashioned way. All right, I'd probably take a Pickpocket here. I do like the Lackey a lot, and you do need low drops in this format, but the Pickpocket's good enough that I'd take it over a quality 1 or 2 drop. A little bit of ramp would be nice. I've seen more of this in Sealed, where the decks aren't quite as fast, because, you know, at least on average, they're not quite as fast. Okay. This trick has been better than it looks, because this format has a lot of attacking and tricks and stuff that are you know, what you want to be doing aggressively. Disdainful Stroke's been better overall than it looked. I think we probably just taken Adjudicators, though. It fixes our mana, and it's also just a good 5-drop. We do need some low drops. We do have one here, but it's red. Oh, there's a Bruiser. I'll actually take the Bruiser. Not that hard to get it to attack in most of these decks. Right now, we're not that good at doing it, but I think we take Bruiser here. Requisitioner is like way better in a vacuum, but red is not a great color overall in this format. And you know, I'm always somebody who pushes back a little bit in formats, you know, where other content creators are sort of saying, you know, just force X deck because it's so much better than the others. And like, yeah, I normally push back against that a little bit because it's hard, you know. If a deck is open, it's pretty good, is usually the case. But in this format, that's less true, and I think that's a problem. So, obviously, Unleash the Inferno is pretty good. We could consider taking it. Bypass can be nice in the right deck. I might just take a Strong Arm here. Corrupt Court Official's pretty good. I think we'll grab the Strong Arm here. Cabaretti Initiate, all right. But I do think the Sajak's just better. Got a Botanical Plaza and a Civic Gardener. I think I'm a little more in on the 2-drop because we haven't gotten that many in this pack, and they are key in this format. Yeah, so red's really open. This can be good if you build around it. Mayhem Patrol is a nice 2-drop. We've also got a Crooked Custodian, which is a nice 2. Does seem like, basically, people are in on Brokers in this draft. I may take Buy Your Silence here. Maybe it'll scare whoever sees this pack next out of Brokers. And it's a perfectly playable card, so I think it's not great, but I think it is what we'll take. See what happens. Yeah. All right, we'll take a Glittermonger. Does help us ramp into our Soul. Plus the Soul is good with Treasure anyway. Decent red cards. I think we'll probably just take Disdainful Stroke, though. Light 'em Up or Deal Gone Bad. They're both fine. I don't really want a second Stroke. I mean, Body Dropper's really good. it's unfortunate we don't have a single card, really, for that deck, because that probably means it's really open, but our whole first pack didn't really go in a body dropper direction. We'll see, though. Things could get crazy. I guess right now it seems like we're green-blue splash white, which is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be either blue-white or green-white and splash the other if you're in this group in brokers, because then you have access to synergies. All right, well, Girder Goons is pretty good, too. Nobody wants black or red in this draft. Noted. All right, there's a regulator. I have a hard time passing that, even with Bouncer's Beatdown around. I guess right now we have one card that makes counters, but we're likely to get more. I do like the Beatdown, but the regulator's even better. I think there's a good chance we play Glittermonger in this deck. We'll have to see. Well, probably take a Beatdown now. Yeah. Yep. Nice removal spell. Okay. Decent 2-drop. Ooh, man. So we've you know, I was like, decent 2-drop, and then we have Rafine's Informant and Jewel Thief. I think the Thief is a little better. It also helps us ramp, but I would love a Rafine's Informant. I would love all the Rafine's Informants, actually, but we'll take a Jewel Thief here. I wouldn't be shocked if by the time this format shakes out, the Informant's just better, because it's a 2-drop, basically. Like, that's the reason. So speaking of 2s, we do have both of these. Right now, it does feel like white is our splash color, and that makes us less interested in like this kind of 2-drop in white. But maybe we want Hold for Ransom, because it's pretty good in a lot of situations. I mean, you know, you don't have to have it early for it to do its thing. I think I'll take Hold for Ransom here over the Crier. Yeah. I don't mind running out of town either, but... All right, so we definitely want Backup Agent here. Puts counters on things. You know, it is white, and maybe our deck is starting to shift, so blue is our splash color. Kind of feels that way. Which means I probably should have taken that other drop. But yeah, I mean, our other blue cards aren't that good. Like, if we just do this, Splash, Pickpocket, these two, and Regulator, like, that seems better. And Backup Agent does stuff with counters. And right now we only have one regulator that cares about that, I guess, but that's enough. Dapper Shieldmate versus Rock's Pummeler. I think that's pretty much what we're looking at here. The Dagger's okay, Kill Shot's okay, but same thing with Warm Welcome, but these two are, I think, more legit. I think we take the Shieldmate. I do like them both, but... in a format where it's good to have a low curve, I'm going to take the lower curve card. It's also pretty good with Bouncer's Beatdown as a 4-power creature. Of course, the other one had 6 power, but, you know, who's counting? Citizens. We have a decent number. Don't really love the idea of Take to the Streets here, though. I think I like For the Family a little more than the Metamorphosis. We could also take the Parcel for some fixing. We haven't taken any lands yet, so maybe that's worth a look. Yeah. All right. Broker's Veteran, perfectly good. It is a little awkward if blue isn't really our base color, but we could probably get away with it. It's better than the other options. I mean, Halo Scarab's kind of passable, but probably not what I want there. It's Bypass or Initiate. Right now, I don't have anything that I think is that great with Security Bypass. I don't really like the Initiate that much, but if we need a low drop, it can at least fill that role. Another Glittermonger. Kind of doubt we want it, but we're not taking anything else out of this pack. I mean, maybe we do. Maybe we're desperate enough for fixing. You know, if we pick up another big creature, it could become more attractive. All right, like the Socialite. I'm sort of hoping we don't play the Veteran. That we get enough 2s or 1s without it. And we're not there yet, but we do still have one whole pack where that could go down. So, all right, Sawjack's perfectly good. Yeah, I think I like it a little more than Run Out of Town. It's also a citizen, and while right now we're not really taking advantage of anything citizen-y, it wouldn't be that hard for us to end up with like the equipment or the 2-mana 2/3 gold card. All right, we'll take a Revelation here. Nice trick when you have a bunch of counters. We don't have a bunch, but we have some. Quick Draw Dagger, pretty playable too, frankly. Sanguine Spy is good. Obviously, it's not really what we're doing. Same thing with Quasar. Same thing with Torch Breath. What we're looking at in this pack is potentially... it's probably Lackey or Inspector. Echo Inspector. I think I like the Lackey a little more, but... Man... With the awkwardness of what our main colors is... it's probably still the Lackey. It's just so good to discard to Connive, and we can like save it for later. I mean, I do like the Inspector a fair bit, but and maybe it makes more sense to play it on a splash. Yeah, it probably does. We'll take the Inspector. There's a Cabaretti Initiate. Not getting lands that help us, which is frustrating. I think we probably take the Initiate. If we can put counters on it and stuff, it's definitely playable. I think I need it more than I need Celebrity Fencer in this particular deck. Yeah. Ooh, we did get another big boy in Cleanup Crew, and I think we take it here. This is a good 2-drop, but this is one of the few cards in the set that can kind of get you back where you need to be from behind. So is Soul of Emancipation. And that also makes us pretty interested in these Glittermongers and stuff. I would love a random, you know, a few more 2-drops would be great, but I think we grab Cleanup Crew here. And we see if we can be a little more rampy. So Broker's Veteran, same sort of problem we've seen. Don't really want to play it off a splash. I'm not going to consistently play it on turn 2, and I need things that I can play. That said, it's not like this pack has those things. I think maybe we grab Warm Welcome in a world where we have a Soul of Emancipation and a Cleanup Crew. I already have 2 Sawjacks. Social Climber's okay. It can help you grind out a longer game with the life gain. But I think with the Soul and stuff, I like the idea of taking the Warm Welcome there. Yeah, we're going to have a hard time getting as many 2-drops as I would like. I mean, we're going to have enough, but some of them are going to be pretty subpar cards. So do I want a Server or a Strong Arm? I kind of think having a Server... I mean, I think the Strong Arm's usually a better card, and it does get better with, like, Cabaretti Initiate, but... I don't know. Yeah, I think the Strong Arm's just better. Ooh, my. I'm surprised this is still here. As much as I'd like a Broker's Hideout, I actually think our mana's okay. I mean, we probably don't play Echo Inspector. We could really use some lands, I guess, but... Maybe we have to take the land? I mean, I guess... Oh, man. This is a tough pick. I need both of these things very badly. I think I'm going to take the Virtuoso and pray to the mana gods, maybe. Okay, Prize Fight's actually pretty interesting. It works well, for one thing. I mean, to some extent anyway, with our Virtuoso. And it's more fixing. But I probably just need another 2-drop even more. Why don't any of the lands actually help us? What's that about? Okay, I will grab a Lackey now. All right, we kind of have to play a Halo Scarab, both because we need a 2-drop and we need fixing. It does feel like we have run into some problems here in terms of our mana. We may need to really simplify things. Like... man. I wonder whether we just have to play like the Soul and the Adjudicator and cut the other 2 blue cards. Sort of feels like that might be what we need to do for our mana to not be a complete disaster. I think that draft mostly went well, other than the mana situation. Because, yeah, we're going to have to... Let's see. I mean, we have the Parcel. We have 2 Glittermongers, which are kind of not that good of cards, but we may have to play them. I mean, in an ideal world, we probably don't play the Glittermongers. I think, as sad as it is... we cut everything that's blue but our Soul and our Adjudicators. Because that also lets us get rid of Glittermonger, which is just not a very good card overall. So yeah, we've got the Scarab, which gives us some mana. Which I think is a lot better than Glittermonger. So yeah, we've got Scarab and Parcel, which is probably enough for us to play both of these, plus the Adjudicators. I think we can probably go down to 2 islands. And... where do we... is that right? We do have more white 2-drops, but I think that's probably the right thing to do. So sad to have to cut our Regulator. Do I have to? And our Pickpocket. Those are 2 cards I love. Picking up no lands will do that to you, though. So if we put in Pickpocket and Regulator... I mean, we've only got to find 1 blue source. They're good enough that I kind of feel like I've got to play them. Yeah. Yeah. I think we can get away with it with 2 islands. How good is the Regulator in this deck? We have 1, 2-ish. It's not that easy to make it do its thing. Regulator's not actually that good. So it's probably not worth the splash. We only have a few cards, you know, our strong arms. So yeah, the Regulator actually, I don't feel that bad about cutting it now. And if I'm cutting the Regulator, I kind of feel like I may as well cut the Pickpocket. Yeah, Jewel Thief fixes for sure, but it's still a very questionable amount of fixing. So, neither of these initiates are very good. I think I'm going to cut one of them. I think I like Cabaret Initiate more than the Broker's Initiate. And we need to cut one more card. It could be Buy Your Silence. It is clunky as heck in this format. It does answer lots and lots of things, though. that's where we end up. In this weird deck without enough fixing to do what you ideally like to do in this format. But, yeah. You know, could we be a green-blue splash white deck? What do we lose in white? That might have actually been our better path. I mean, these 3 blue cards are all quite nice. These 4 are fine. It's kind of interesting. Kind of want to take a look at that real quick, because what we would lose is those and the shield mate, and then we'd put in Lackey, Bruiser, Veteran, Disdainful Strokes playable, Echo Inspector. Is this the better deck? Might just be the better deck. Interesting. The only reason I'm kind of interested in Warm Welcome is to find our 2 big creatures, but it may be what we axe here. If we're doing that, I think that means we switch... No. Do we switch Initiates? We can't really, because if we're playing the white as a splash... Yeah, this might be the better deck. Maybe we just cut the Initiate. It sort of felt like that's what we should be in that draft, but then I got kind of enamored with our Celestial Regulator because I love that card so much. Interesting. Yeah, we do need to change our lands, that's for sure. So that means we want to do this. Oop. Yep, this was the better deck. And I think if I drafted that in my seat, we would have had an even better deck. We could splash Buyer's Silence if we feel like we need more removal. And we don't have a lot of it. Yeah, maybe we cut Warm Welcome and throw in Buyer's Silence, because we're kind of desperate for the removal. I think that's fine. I don't think we can really bring in the Regulator still. It has the same problem, because we're not a base blue-white deck. It still doesn't have enough... We don't have enough fixing for it. Alright. Pretty good opener. This card is so funny that it's playable, but... with Blitz being a thing, counterspells... Well, and as more and more creatures have entered the battlefield abilities, counterspells are getting better and better. It's kind of wild, actually. Kind of wild that that's how it's going, but that's how it's going. I mean, I think we attack here and flash in the dagger if they block. If they don't block, they don't block. So yeah, Illuminator Virtuoso is the only card that we're like kind of disappointed that we lose in that, with what we did. This is the kind of play that's huge in this format. These swingy combat trick-like plays are just, they're just messed up. So how much is this to equip? 2? I think I move it over to the Lackey and attack with the Lackey. I'd rather get in for 3. Or trade. Either one is fine with me. Yeah. I can still move it to the Lackey, so I guess I will. And then we'll leave up mana for Disdainful Stroke. Good chance they play a 4-drop here, or try to. Yep. 5th land would be big here, obviously. Alright, that's not a 5th land, but I'll take it. Yeah. So let's play our Echo Inspector. I probably just discard Broker's Veteran. Attack with both of those. I probably trade with the Socialite. God, I forget it's only 1 to equip. That doesn't seem right. Nice. Big draw. Because now we can go Pickpocket. Bounce your Voice of the Vermin. I think we want to hold on to the crew. I mean, why would I get a 6th land when I don't have anything to use it on right away? Because I'd have to discard the crew. So, we're doing the things you do in this format, which is bounce stuff, get your opponent on the back foot, and hope they never recover, and they usually don't. Okay, that'll help us get our last color. I can't believe this is only 1 to equip. It seems wrong. Very wrong. Do I want to make this a 4-3 and just swing out? If I put it here, though, I have lethal next turn in the air. So that's probably what I do. I could still swing out, I guess. Yeah, I think we probably still swing out. Grab a plains. It's funny that we switched to blue and then we got like all our blue cards. We got like every blue card in our deck. I guess they were thanking us for going with blue instead. It's not like we have that many mono blue cards. I'm interested to see when this format shakes out. I don't know if 17 lands is looking at the data, but I bet playing first in this format is way swingier than it is in most formats. I mean, it's always better to go first, but I bet it's like 5 or 6 percentage points better if you go first in this format, which is kind of nuts and not a good thing. Be interested to see the mulligan data too, because it almost feels like mulliganing down to 6 to make sure you have a 2-drop is better than keeping a 7 that doesn't have a 2-drop. Well, we got all our colors. 1-drop, 2-drop, disdainful stroke something. Not bad. I think I block the initiate if it attacks us. Yeah, I definitely would now. Shield counter on my lackey would be nasty against that 3-1. Hello. We're quite a ways away from you, but I feel like we have the potential to get there. Yeah, so we definitely in the turn. We can line up really well against these, and I mean, it's not like we can do anything. In the turn without attacking, I mean. No play at all, huh? Fascinating. Do I strong arm here? It's honestly not that great. Doesn't line up that well, so I think we'd probably just pass. Oh yeah, Expendable Lackey is really, really quality common for sure. You gotta think passing, you know, not doing anything benefits us more than it benefits them overall. Yeah, let's play our Civic Gardener here. An attack here isn't too bad with our veteran. I think I do it now. We have enough of a board state that I like it. Yeah. And we can block well enough. Like a double light him up here would be kind of brutal. See what happens. All right. Play something expensive. So I can use my disdainful stroke, please. What? Okay. Well... feels like blitzing is the right choice here. Although having bodies around for our soul is good. But if I blitz, there's actually a chance I can even still hold up our stroke if I hit a land. Oh, except I won't be able to hit that land before. Yeah. Probably still right to blitz here, though. Yeah, they're definitely playing around the stroke. I guess we could just keep racing them if their whole plan is to play around the stroke. Yeah, we can, actually. I think we do it. I mean, they're probably going to pay 5 and do the draw effect here, but I think just doing this is fine. We can adjudicate. Not that it matters that much, but we can do it. No, thank you. Okay. I think playing strong arm and putting 2 counters on the fish is pretty good. Then attacking with both. I guess I blitz even. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and blitz here. Put the counters on the fish. Swing out. So they probably block Broker's Veteran, but it's not like it's a good trade for them. I can put a shield on my fish. So right now, we actually only have one thing to turn into an angel. So, they may have bounce. Bounce deals with the fish entirely. That does too. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Guess we're gonna do this. Might help somehow. I don't think it does, but we're not doing anything else, so... I guess it gives them information that I didn't have to give them, is the downside there. You think they have disdainful stroke here? They might. If they do, I mean, yeah, we'd like for them to get it out before we try to play a soul. Just a little chat, I can live with that. I think we just keep it at a 2-3, hold on to our pickpocket. Especially because there's a good chance we just blow our own creature up in the near future to turn it into an angel. Yeah, that's gross. Pickpocket's not especially good there either. Okay. Do we blitz another strong arm? Or do we play adjudicators? Don't want to pickpocket, that much is clear. Just casting the strong arm is kind of appealing because of the whole Soul of Emancipation plan. But... yeah, I think we blitz. Drawing a card is nice. I wish I had a trick to really punish them here, but making this a huge beater in the air is also quite good. So we could play our Soul next turn if we really wanted to. I don't really think we do, because it would actually downgrade our Echo Inspector. I guess if they played some scary creature, I might do it, just to add to the board and downgrade their board. But that's about it. I can also pickpocket an Angel if I switch out an Angel for one of their creatures. Not in the same turn, of course, but... Okay. I mean, Echo Inspector right now is a must-kill, so putting them in that spot feels pretty good. Oh, I think they are going to kill it, though. They succeeded. They had to kill it, and they did. Land. I mean, I think that just means we play our Adjudicators. The counters don't stay because the creature's technically destroyed. That would be nice if it was like a... turns it into something, but it's not. It destroys it and then replaces it with an Angel. Well, I'd say we're in some trouble here. Our Soul is very awkward. But so is our Pickpocket, for that matter. At least this is a huge creature. Yeah, the Pickpocket's even more awkward. Just what I wanted. Okay, so... do I buy or silence the Mangler? I guess I do. The Soul is not really doing what we want it to do in this game. Which, not too surprising, I guess. It's a pretty wacky card. If they didn't kill literally everything we played, we'd be a little better off, but they have, so. But at least this is a 5/7, and right now that's big. Three, 6, 7, 8. So I can actually play Halo Scarab and Soul. That's pretty good. Yeah, so we play Halo Scarab. I think that's where we are here. See if they have a counter spell. So I think we only destroy our Scarab. I mean, killing the Forge Boss and replacing it with an Angel's okay, but I don't love it. So I think we just kill our Scarab. Okay, well, that's a lot worse. Our opponent is removal.deck, and it's going pretty well for them. Sometimes you can really punish opponents for having so much removal in this format, but I don't think we're going to do it here. Do we just take 6? I don't really think we can with Forge Boss. I think we have to trade and hope it works out, basically. We have one more turn, assuming they don't draw something real here. So this is a game where if instead of Soul of Emancipation, I had like basically any 3-drop in the format, I probably would have won. That is how this format tends to go. Oh. Well, hello. That improves things significantly. Not many better things we could have drawn right there. They probably have another kill spell, but... we got them to stop attacking us. Oh no. So as soon as they can sacrifice anything, like Blitz here and we're dead, and a half. Okay, another body's good. But we're still pretty much dead to Blitz. Ooh. Spicy. How many spells do they even have in their graveyard? I guess they have a few. Can I get away with attacking with Cleanup Crew here? I kind of don't think so. But the longer this game goes now, the better chance they have. They only have 8 cards left in their library on the bright side. We're just dead to way too many things if we attack with the crew here. But if they have a spell in their hand, we're also pretty much dead. But I guess we just have to hope and pray that they don't draw a spell or a card with Blitz. Seems likely they draw one of those. Well, we keep drawing bodies, and they keep not drawing things, so that's good. I think we can actually get away with a Cleanup Crew attack here now. The only problem is they have a really good double block. Yeah, we still can't really do it. This has been a funny game for both of us. Oh, hello. Well, that's interesting. Swing out and use Bouncer's Beatdown, or use Bouncer's Beatdown and then swing. I think swing and then use Beatdown. It's actually not that good, like the way their stats line up. Because they'll still have a Forge boss that can just block these laughably. So I think we just attack with Cleanup Crew. They double block with Forge bosses, probably. Or they just block with Broker's Veteran. Alright. So whatever they try to put the shield on, we can use Bouncer's Beatdown on. Seems pretty good. How are we going to get out of this? It's definitely possible. Oh! We just have to hope they don't draw a spell. Don't draw a spell. Please. I'm begging you. I'm sure your deck has many of them left, but... Okay. Can't really take any of this. So... I think we block with both of those. I guess I could double block the Forge boss. That's not bad. I guess if they have a spell, though, we get wrecked. And I can swing back for lethal right now. Is it worth double blocking? I think we just block like this. Oh, the double block would have been so much better. Oh, I didn't know. I had, if their plan is to use this to try to find a way to not die here, though, I think that works out okay for us. Oh, man. I can't believe how that went. I guess we would have been dead either way, because we go to double blocked and that would be dead, but then they'd play a Syndicate Infiltrator, and we can't do anything about a Syndicate Infiltrator. I really wish we'd drawn a trick or something here. Well, I think we attack and hope they make a mistake. I mean, that's our best bet here. It's really too bad I don't have a trick to punish them for the block, but I don't. And we lose. That was a fun game, which is not something you say a lot in this format. So, had that going for it. What one usually says in this format is, well, I won, but I felt pretty bad about it. Because I just punished my opponent for whatever. Fun game, though. I really wish, you know, it's funny, the Soul ended up being not very impressive, you would think, but if it hadn't been for it, we would have died. So there you go. Alright, solid little hand. Even have all our mana now. So we definitely attack here. If they block, we dagger. Yeah, so we dagger. It's a little tempting to blitz here, but I think just playing Social Climber is probably a little better. Yeah. If we can get a bunch of damage on the board and then use our Adjudicators to really mess up combat for our opponent, I think we're pretty happy with that. Okay. I think we play Adjudicators. Make it so the Magician can't block and attack with both our creatures. I could also Strong Arm, but... Oh, I can't actually Adjudicators. Alright, so we are going to Strong Arm. And... yeah. So, do we want to blitz it? It's too bad it doesn't have enough power to do what I want it to do here. But, yeah. So I think we just cast it. A 2-3 lines up pretty well on this board. Devilish Valet can do some silly stuff. I think it was during the early access event. Somebody did, like, I don't know, 32 to us in a turn with a Devilish Valet. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil. Get it? Okay. So... we don't quite have enough mana to Adjudicate and then play Adjudicator, unfortunately for us. I think that means we just attack with Civic Gardener and play Halo Scarab. Yeah. So this Devilish Valet is a pretty serious problem. It has Trample and it's huge, so let's hope we can do something about it. So if they play something we can counter, we'll counter it. If they don't, we'll Adjudicate. Oh yeah, we counter that for sure. If I draw a land, I can get the white mana and play the Adjudicator and then swing at them for lethal. Oh, it's not quite lethal anymore. Darn it. Oh, I actually don't have the mana to do it all. I'm just dumb. Yeah! I'm glad I gave you all the information you'll ever need. Somehow I miscounted. I guess if they block the Scarab, I can at least cast it. But I probably don't. Oh, wait. I can actually untap a land and play the Adjudicator. That doesn't really seem worth it. But we'll keep that in mind. For a future turn, I guess. Maybe it is worth it. Oh, I can't do it now because I'm stupid. Yeah. All right. Can they kill us with Devilish Valet? I'm going with no. Oh boy. Okay. Well, in that case. That's black, so I can play the Adjudicator to make one thing unable to block and then kill the other one. Yeah. It doesn't even get the zombie, or whatever it is. That's how a lot of games in this format go. One person just keeps attacking. Keeps attacking. Okay. Although, like I said earlier, the game we lost was actually a good game, so at least there's that. Where both of us sort of managed to recover from unwinnable positions before we finally lost. Alright, all our colors, bunch of 2-drops. Good old Halo Scarab. Certainly the worst card in our deck, but I think we needed the fixing bad enough and the 2-drop bad enough that it made sense to play. Definitely want to play Gardener first, because the veteran dying and not putting a shield counter on anything is kind of rough. Seems like they always print like a 2-mana 2/1 that has some mediocre fixing ability these days. Huh. I could have actually played Halo Scarab and Broker's Veteran here if I had played one of them in my first main phase. Didn't really consider it because I wanted to play my 3, but probably playing out 2 bodies was better. Hello. Yeah, we'll take 4 from your indestructibleness. There's our soul. It's always fun. So we attack them for 4 here. Play Broker's Veteran, and I think we leave up the stroke given what turn it is. Hello, Zuru. They don't really have a great attack here because I can just block with the veteran and put a shield counter like on our Sawjack, which not a great trade for them. Another crew captain. All right. I see what you're doing there. Okay, so we're going to take 4. Ow. I think we attack with both of these and untap Broker's Veteran. Yeah, we're down with that. Then we play Halo Scarab. Best card in the set. If it dies and then we draw a land, we do get to Soul next turn. If we don't Disdainful Stroke something. That's key. Oh my god. What a beatdown. Alright, well. We do get a shield counter. So we take 6. So the good news is, like I said, if we draw a land, we can actually play Soul and use it to destroy this and still get an Angel, which isn't bad. I mean, I could block just to prevent damage here. Is that worth it? It's probably worth it, actually. Although... I can't decide. It's probably worth it. When you think about this being a 2-3 the next turn, though, it's a lot harder to want to block here. I think we just take the 6. Bring the pain. Ooh, gross. Okay. So we're pretty desperate to draw a land here. And we did it. So, yeah. Let's try to stabilize. The number of cards in their hand, we may be unable. Pretty good investment for 7 mana, though. A 5/7 and a 3/3 flyer, basically. That's what we're looking at. They've played around our Disdainful Stroke every turn. Now that we're tapped out, they probably play something that we could have stroked. At least we've gotten to, like, play this. Wasn't a guarantee in this format, that's for sure. Definitely block with Sawjack if they attack us here. With Antagonize around, I may have to block both of them. And hope we draw well. Thank you for the sub, Elazar De Leon. Elazar De Leon. Okay. So, yeah, they played Forge Boss while we were tapped out. No big surprise there, I guess. Yeah, it's been kind of sad because our deck has treasure in it, but it's never lined up with our soul. Only 1 red mana. I definitely have good blocks here, so I don't think they're attacking. If I had to guess, I'd say they're not attacking us this turn. Seems like they're thinking about it, or they got disconnected. Maybe they're playing on mobile. Or they're trying to bluff us into making us think that they can't do anything. That's a really good draw. We can't leave up Disdainful Stroke. Alright, so we're going to pickpocket here. Get rid of the Forge Boss. I think... Does this having 4 matter? Only a little. So I think we discard the Forest. Hold on to the Stroke for later. Definitely we attack with our 3/3. I don't think we can go beyond that, unfortunately. You know, I haven't had that many problems with my computer on Arena lately, but if I play on mobile, you definitely have some problems. I definitely have some problems. Does seem like they're actually gone, which is kind of a bummer. Because this was shaping up to be another pretty good game. Yeah, Blitz makes life very hard. It does indeed. That's what makes counterspells way better. I feel like they probably were gonna... Oh, there they are. I was gonna say, I feel like they probably were gonna be able to beat us if they didn't disconnect, but they're back. With vengeance. Oh. I'm a little surprised by that. They do have 2 mana, so Antagonize is on the table. So I think that means we block both, and we don't really want to block with our Soul. I guess if it's Antagonize, I still could have blocked Crooked Custodian. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a little risky. This card has some cool art, for sure. It's what freezes all the angels... Freeze all the angels in the story, right? Not that I'm that good at following the lore. I know they were all trapped or whatever. Yep, there's the Antagonize. Definitely should have blocked with my Soul. Oh. How about that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Problem is, I can't leave up Disdainful Stroke. And that is a problem. So... that is a problem. Make no mistake about it. Thank you for the follow, Jamadius. I could just try to go for it, but with so much blitz in the format, it doesn't feel like we can. I think we just attack with our flyer. And leave up our Stroke. Leaving up the Stroke is way better than the options. Emancipation means liberation, obviously enough, but flavor-wise, it also makes angels, so... Alright, so yes, we Disdainful Stroke. What does that do for us here? Antagonize is on the table if they attack with both. If they attack with both, probably means they have Antagonize. I'm dead to either one. But I think we want to kill this one even more. Oh, but there's the other... There's the black trick that could kill us. So, I think we actually block like this. Because the black trick that could kill us can't kill us if it's Forge Boss that's doing it. So they're at 7. Can they get there? Or is our Soul going to win us a game? They might light him up to kill our Soul here. Ah. Yeah, that's pretty good. It does leave them with an empty board at least. I drew a creature, so let me play Socialite. This has been a good game. It has been another good game. Not one that was just sort of miserable for one player. Buy your silence, attack with both. Hope they can't blitz something that kills us next turn. Yep. I think that's where we go here. Go to 3. Do they have another haste creature or a card with blitz? That's what it comes down to. Oh, they do. All right. Yeah. Not too surprising, I don't think. Should I have been more conservative? I don't think we could afford to be that much. Because even if I had not killed that creature. Well, I guess we could have left the Socialite back at least, so we had a block. Yeah, that was definitely an option. It was a tough call. I mean, it all came down to whether they had the blitz, and there was a good chance they did, and they did. So we've cast the Soul of Emancipation twice, and it hasn't felt great, and that's not too surprising the way this format has shook out. But it did make both games interesting. Sun's Champion. Elspeth, huh? Alright, pretty solid hand. We have all 3 of our colors. I mean, we don't have a turn 2 play, which is always a problem in this format. But, yeah. Turn 3, Sawjack. Turn 4, Disdainful Stroke something. Okay. Well, I wonder which land I want to target. It's always tricky when you have... I guess we have 1 of each, so it doesn't really matter. They're all just getting upgraded. When it gets tricky is when you have 2 of one and 1 of another. You have to target the one you have 2 of, or you could be in trouble. But yeah. Alright, doesn't look like they're going to play a thing on turn 2, so that's good. I guess they could have a red 1-drop that they just couldn't play on turn 1 because they played a tap land. So yeah, play Sawjack here. We do need to start drawing lands at some point. You know, having the soul in the opener is like kind of nice, but it's also like, I don't know. I'd like to draw it when I have the mana for it, please. We did draw a 4th land. In a world of kill shot and things like that, the idea of blitzing in the strong arm and buffing our Sawjack and attacking with both is kind of painful sounding for me. I think we might do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, there's a few things that could blow this out, but there aren't that many. So let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, without a kill shot, that feels really good. All right, we get our 5th land going, so we can play our Adjudicators next turn, swing for 4 again. That looks like what we're gonna do. Yeah, the lands are flowing. All right, so yeah, we play Adjudicators. Was unlikely to block anyway, I guess, but you know. Thank you for the follow, Static, and Mac Audio. Good position here. Good position. Will it be enough? I don't know, I'm reasonably confident. I can buy your silence whenever they play here and probably attack with both of these pretty effectively again. I don't think I use it on the fencer. If that's all they have, I think we just attack again. Ooh, a bookcase. Okay. Maybe I do. It's going to be big enough that it's capable of blocking here now. Yeah. So we're going to be able to play our soul next turn, which is pretty good. So yeah, let's buy the silence of the fencer. You know, on our board right now, like, what would I do with the soul? They dropped to 4. I mean, it kind of seems like giving myself 2 3/3 flyers is probably worth it if they're going to be at 4. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, sure, 2 4-power creatures on the ground is a nice thing to have around, but it's not that exciting. And they're going to be at 4, so replacing them both with a 3/3 flyer seems pretty good. Oh, hello. Do I replace him with a 3/3 flyer? I don't know. Okay. Kind of leaning towards no. Although them drawing an extra card every turn isn't awesome. I guess I attack first, frankly. Yeah? Yeah, we attack first. It's not like they have good blocks here. Do they chump with each of these? What? They must have a trick? Yeah, they have the Kindled Fury type trick. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't make much sense. Makes sense now. Alright. Well, that puts a damper on things. Well, definitely playing this. I think replacing Urabrask with a 3/3 flyer is probably worth doing here. Yeah, because they're at 4. It's going to be tough for them to get back in this game if we take him away, because he draws them an extra card every turn. So I think we get rid of him. Do I wish I hadn't attacked first now? Maybe a little bit, because I'd have 2 angels. But we'll be alright, I think. Things could go sideways on us here now, for sure. But they definitely would have if we left Urabrask around, so... Alright. So... I think we attack with both. Yeah? Okay. I'm glad I can Disdainful Stroke that. I tell you that much. Right, so they chump, kill our angel. We play a Jewel Thief. I've played the Soul in like every game, but I never play it when I have a treasure sitting around. I end up with treasure like on the next turn after I play it, and it's like, okay, fine, sure. Yeah, so no thank you. That's another card that could have gotten them back in this game. I mean, all that has to happen for them to get back in this game now is for me to hit like 2 lands and for them not to. But by getting rid of Urabrask and the Dancer, yeah, I mean, we're definitely in better shape than we would have been otherwise. Nice. All right, so we swing with both again. That's trample for 2, so they're going to go down to 2 here. Might be another trick. You know, they like their tricks. Okay. Well, okay. Works for me. Let's play our lackey. Morning, Luke, man. I think we're gonna get there. All right, well, that might complicate things. X equals 4. What can they get? That's a good draw when you're behind by this much. Okay, I guess they couldn't find anything that was gonna work. Luckily, they didn't have another dancer in their deck. That would have been brutal. Been like, great. All right, Soul of Emancipation got us there. You know, it didn't feel great the way we had to play it, but it worked out. We added a huge body to the board, got rid of their Urabrask, and gave ourselves a 3/3 flyer, so... Gave them one too, of course, but... This looks a lot like our last hand. Gonna be able to block. Guess I could just throw my lackey at them in an attempt to get a fish token and get the clock started, but gross. Well, now we really don't have any good attacks. It's not the start we wanted to see. Alright, let's play another Socialite. You know, during the early access event, I had a deck with like 3 Throngs. I don't think I've gotten to play Throngs since then, sadly. But yeah, this is not a good situation for us. That helps, but not as much as I would like. So there's a really good chance they're just going to play another Throng here. So leaving up mana for Disdainful Stroke isn't exactly a priority here. So yeah, I think we blitz this. We buff... Who do we buff? I guess a Socialite. Yeah. Do I attack with more than one of them? I don't think so. Oh well, I may as well attack with the Strong Arm. That's actually a pretty good draw now that I think about it, because it makes it so there's not a good way for them to block this. I mean, they have to lose something here, and it looks like they will. I wonder if they're going to do the phasing thing. No, I don't think so. Yeah, they do just have a free block on it, more or less. So, yeah. So we do get rid of the shield counter in the process, though. I like that part. They decided not to block this at all, which is interesting. So, one Throng is gone. The backup agent loses its stuff, and we draw a Bouncer's Beatdown. So that's pretty good. Pretty good sequence there. So next turn we can beat down and leave up the stroke if we don't draw anything else. Although the beatdown's not exactly super effective right now. Really not willing to block that here. So much could go wrong. Okay. Yeah, the beatdown doesn't really... Oh, wait a second. It will, though. I do think there's a good chance they have a trick, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, we can play our veteran here. Guess we play the veteran and attack with the socialite. See what happens. Good chance they decide to trade, and then I could try to take down something else. So I'm going to try to take down the Wing Shield Agent here. I'm a little concerned about how that might go. But I think it's worth trying. Ah, okay. Yeah, so it only does 2 now. Well, I was worried about even more of a blowout. Oh, okay. Great. Well, I'd say we're in some trouble now. So... oh, man. Well... I think if we want to get rid of the shield again, I can do it this way, and then put a shield counter on my lackey. Okay, Sawjack's pretty good here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sort of leaning towards just playing the Sawjack. Yeah. I mean, maybe it telegraphs things a little too much. Maybe I just wait until I can Disdainful Stroke in a better situation. Yeah. Let's just play our Socialite. I mean, adding to the board is kind of important here. Yeah, I should have waited for a better window for that Bouncer's beatdown, I guess, but we were in an awkward enough spot that doing that wasn't that easy. Man, could have Disdainful Stroked that. So they're going to make my Sawjack unable to block here and swing with all of these. Which is a little less than ideal, I think I would say. We are going to kill the Wing Shield Agent, though. And hold on to our Lackey. That part's good. That is not so good. Alright, so... pass. I think we take the 4 and block the Informant. Alright, we can counter this one. Come on, really good card. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah. Really good, in fact. Is our soul gonna bail us out? Do you think they have Disdainful Stroke? Good chance they do, I think. Maybe not. So we're only gonna destroy our Lackey this time. Could have removal for the soul, though, and if they do... I mean, we have to have this body stick around or we're in trouble. These angel tokens are pretty cool. Oh, okay. So do you bounce my counter or my soul? Might be the soul, because they can attack into this token, yeah. And I have to block here. I actually don't have to block here. Alright, so I think I'm going to go to 1. And hope this works out. It's unlikely to. Man, we can add more permanents to the board, but it's not really enough. Well, interesting. So, this does give me a way to kill the Adjudicators. I need 6 mana for it, though. And I don't have that kind of mana. So I kind of just have to play the Soul again and count on the fact that they can't attack with their Bruiser. I guess I can attack them for free here. Then blow this up. Blow this up and get another one? I guess that's what we're going to do here. Yeah. Play the Soul. Destroy this. Get another 3/3. The Soul has made games interesting, like I said. Hasn't done a whole lot more than that, but... It did win us our last game, I suppose. Ooh. Okay, things are starting to look up a little bit. We are at 1, but you know. So, yeah, so I think we play our Inspector here. Will we turn this around? Doesn't really feel like we need the Parcel. I mean, it is removal, but it's so clunky about it that I'm not thrilled about it. And another body is just as useful at this point. They only have 3 creatures that can attack. I wonder if I'm supposed to be aggressive here and just hope they don't have removal, and that's our best chance at winning this thing. We do have somewhere in our deck the 6-mana 6/6 that can gain us 4. But apart from that, we don't have a whole lot of ways to get out of low life total here. I think being aggressive is our best chance at winning this. And yeah, I'm going to attack here with the Angel. Blitz does exist, it's true. They're not likely to have a ton of it with only 1 green mana, but it could happen. I'm not thinking about it a ton against this particular deck, but, you know, they could have a strong arm or whatever. Okay. I think just playing the strong arm the normal way and putting 2 counters on our fish is the way to go right here. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could put it on the Angel. But I need the body when we're at 1 like this. You know, you usually blitz this thing, but... The 3/3 is a good enough blocker that it's probably safer to go the fish route here. Yeah. So they're going to draw a card off of their Plaza here. Oh, they didn't do it. Oh, they can't. They don't have green mana. Oh my god, is the Soul... Oh my god, we drew the Cleanup Crew. How about that? So we can swing with all 3 of these, and they have to block. I guess I could swing out here, conceivably. And then play Cleanup Crew to gain 4. They have to block a few things and have their things die. I guess the Strong Arm isn't a worthwhile attack. I think the rest might be, though. Because I can only stop 1 of these. That means 6 gets through, and that means they have to block this too, which leaves them with 2 creatures. It's probably unnecessarily risky, though. It actually might just be better to do this. Yeah, I think that's actually better. I mean, they would have to block this. Okay, I think we attack with a token, too. Yep, so we kill the thing that can attack. We go to 3. We play cleanup crew. We gain 4. Can you kill us? Oh my god! I was talking smack about the soul. But it definitely got us there in that game. So did our opponent, struggling with their draws, for sure. Like, there's no doubt about it. But... And we drew really well, but it is sweet to stabilize and come back in this format just because you can't do that all that often. So, thank you for the follow, Bambi. And Bacala. Well, we at least got a positive record with our Soul of Emancipation deck. And we haven't even done anything that busted with it. You know, I need a situation where I get 3/3/3s. Turn, like, I guess we did have one shield counter creature turn into a angel. Just the shield on it turned into an angel, which was pretty strong. But I don't think we've really made more than one angel on our side of the board. We did kill an Urabrask, so... I didn't play in the open, so no. I did not make it to day 2. I guess we lead with Socialite, since it can probably swing on turn 3. And playing the veteran first is always kind of bad. Because if they kill it and you don't get a shield counter, it's kind of sad. Man, we just had to deal with one of those. Now there's another one. Alright. Yeah, so... Broker's Veteran and Parcel. I can leave mana up for the beatdown since I can kill the Custodian for 1 right now. That might actually be worthwhile. As opposed to playing the Parcel. Alright, so I'm going to give that flying. I'm going to block. You got to get rid of these stupid shield counters somehow. And we get a shield counter back, so it's not the worst trade in the world. I didn't beat down the Custodian, but I don't really feel like I can with the mana they have available. Seems like a bad idea. Alright, let's play our Inspector. Do I discard the Parcel? I mean, I have a bunch of lands, so I'm a lot less interested in that than I would normally be. But this being a 3/4 shuts things down pretty well, so I think we lose the Parcel. And this is only going to be a 2/1, so I don't really plan on blocking with it. Do I just take 5 here and wait for an opening where I can use Beatdown more confidently? I kind of think so. Okay, that's a great draw. So, Sawjack. Attack for 6. Seems pretty good. Who is the beatdown? Unknown. Yeah, they're having mana problems for sure. Yeah, Fake Your Own Death seems pretty likely. But now they can't use it. Alright. I'm gonna beat down something here. They could have a shield counter. I guess if for 1 mana, I have to do one of the Custodians. I can't do the Agent. So maybe I don't feel like doing it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I do. The land is not what I was hoping to draw there. Okay. Well, I think we just attack with our flyer. And end our turn. Okay. No attacks. Yep. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, so Caldaya, Strong Arm, put the counters on Sawjack, attack with everything. Seems really good. So yeah, Sawjack. Beat down the Wing Shield Agent out of the way. So they could have a shield counter. In fact, I think it's very likely they do. They've refused to tap down their 1 white mana. So I think maybe we just have to live with the possibility here of a shield counter. Wow. Blocking the Strong Arm is strange, but okay. Yeah, I think we definitely want to kill the Wing Shield Agent more here. I think we just let this all happen. Alright, so this should just win us the game now. Yep. Alright, we got to 5 wins, at least. No Soul of Emancipation that time. Alright, another good hand. The Strong Arms have been pretty nice in the deck overall. I mean, they're pretty nice in general. But we've had lots of turns that were significantly augmented by Caldea's Strong Arm. I guess we'll go with the Gardener here. Doesn't really matter, because neither of these are going to be able to attack. Neither the Veteran nor the Gardener, so doesn't really matter. Hello, Kaisel. I guess we're going to lose a Forest. Alright, play Social Climber. So, yeah, if we hit a 4th land and can play Strong Arm, it's really going to augment this turn. Probably. Could have Disdainful Stroke ready to go. We do hit the land. I think we go for it. Alright. So, this can already attack. I think we go with the Gardener. Yeah. Put the counters on the Gardener. Swing with all 3 of these. Untapping a land doesn't do us any good, so we'll just untap the best blocker. Okay. I'm guessing there's a trick going to be involved. Yeah. I mean, we trade a card for a card. It's not the biggest disaster in the world. There's our Bruiser, who would have been able to attack if they hadn't killed our poor creature. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna need to kill that. Yes, we are. Can't do it right now. I mean, we're not going to be attacking anytime soon, so I actually think I'm just going to leave up the stroke here. Now that we are in defense mode. Adding another veteran to the board just wouldn't make that much of a difference. Pretty funny they played one, though. So, I think we only have 1 or 2 ways to kill a Quasar, right? Brokers, beat down, maybe something else. Bouncers beat down, that is. Alright, let's play our own veteran. This is a game where if we do draw our soul, it'll actually do a whole bunch. Of course, we don't have white yet, so we don't want to jinx ourselves. Alright, yeah, so no thank you. Ooh. It is always kind of a bummer, like, when you don't have a card to spend. I may hold on to this. The only problem is they could easily have Disdainful Stroke as the only card in their hand. So when you don't have another card, you have to discard whatever it is you draw. You don't really get a choice. And that really weakens Connive. Like, it matters. So maybe I shouldn't have played the land, but we need 7 mana at some point, so I figured it was fine. I can probably wait a turn, and I think I will. It's not like playing this will enable that much. We'll have okay attacks. Not really, though. We'll be able to attack with our Social Climber, so... yeah, I think we just pass. If the one card in their hand ends up being Disdainful Stroke, I'm not going to be very happy, but... no good. Alright. This will give us white mana at some point, so that's cool. So yeah, let's play this Pickpocket. Definitely discard the Scarab. We have our white mana ready to go. I guess we bounce the Brawlers. There's not anything great for us to bounce. I mean, if I get rid of Quasar, it helps a little. I guess the Brawlers can attack reasonably well here, so that's where I'm going to go in the end. So Strong Arm, put the counters on Backstreet Brawler, or Social Climber isn't terrible. Okay, Buy Your Silence isn't either. Although, we only have one source of white right now, so it's not like it's great. I mean, I think we want to try to draw, because we need to find our soul. And so I think blitzing is the better alternative here. I mean, having a 4/5 on our board, you could say also will make the game longer, because it's not like the Brawlers can attack as well. But they can still attack pretty well. I guess maybe making this a 5... yeah, let's blitz it. Make the Bruiser into a 5/5. And then we actually have a decent block here. Do I think I just attack with the Blitz creature. It's too bad we don't have a trick, but we do get to draw a card right away. I like that part. Oh, hey. Okay, now we have another source of white, which is good. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're really just trying to find our soul. Funny sentence. Yeah. We need a soul. Hey, that's not fair. Flyers? Nobody told me we could play those. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're really not that far from creating a board where we actually have decent attacks. Like, if we get rid of the brawlers, we can do it. We don't want to use... Well, we don't have to use both our treasures. I guess Midnight Assassin's kind of a problem. So... yeah, maybe we just pass for now. Yeah. The problem is, Quasar really gives them a nice advantage in the long game. So does our Soul, but we don't know what else they have in their deck either. So... you know. I want them to attack with that Assassin, but I don't think they will. Oh. So we have 6, 7, 8 mana. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So, I think we go ahead and use one of our treasure to play the Adjudicators here. Make Ballroom Brawlers unable to block or attack for the next turn. And send in Psychic Pickpocket. Don't really want to send in the Bruiser because the Bruiser's holding this thing back. It can't attack this turn, but it doesn't really feel like that's long enough for me to feel good about it. You know, I'm going to send in the Lackey too. Because if I can get a fish going, we'll definitely be in some better shape here. Also, chipping in for 1 is fine. Completely free block, yeah. Could have gone sideways on him, but, you know. Alright. Get our fish. Gain another life. Our Social Climber is making it so that Quasar, in terms of, like, actually killing us, isn't that great. It has gained them about 1,000,000 life, though. I mean, they were at, like, 14 or whatever. So... backup agent. Where do you put that counter? Yeah, that's a good spot. That is a good spot. I need to buy your silence on those brawlers. Cleanup crew. You're just going to be gaining us life. So, the problem is we only have 1 treasure now for our thing. I think we just play Cleanup Crew and gain 4 here. I guess I'm going to play this land just in case they have Make Disappear. Well, I guess I'm going to attack with our fish first, actually. Then we'll play Cleanup Crew. I'm afraid to use this, you know, outside of an emergency, basically. I have 1 fewer card than they do right now. It's worth noting. Yeah. End our turn. The fish is basically just making it so they aren't gaining life anymore. Which I guess is not a bad thing. It's going to be pretty sweet if we draw our soul. We can blow up our Broker's Veteran and put a shield on the soul. This seems familiar. I'm just gonna take it. Oh, hello. So we can kill ballroom brawlers now. I think we probably want to be a little careful about when we do it. We could also kill Quasar, which will sort of eliminate their current win condition. We'll see. I think we wait for things to get moving before deciding what we're gonna do with it. For now, we're just in a board stall. Yeah, we'll take one again. All right. I think we're probably gonna beat down the brawlers here. Give it a try anyway. The only awkward thing is if they have removal in response, we can't kill this. If they have removal in response, I can actually kill Quasar. And it's not like killing Quasar is a small thing. So maybe I just kill Quasar. Yeah, let's try to kill Quasar. Because removal in response blows us out. They might still have a way to blow us out, but it's harder. No, okay. And she's exiled, so they can't get her back with, like, Rogue's Gallery or anything, so that's nice. At some point, I may just have to fire off this Buyer Silence on the Brawlers, because once I do, I mean, their board is small now. Very small. So, I just don't want to do it, but they have so many cards in their hand, too, that I'm a little paranoid here about the situation. They just have so much in their hand that I just can't imagine there's not stuff. Okay, well, now I can use Buyer Silence without feeling too bad about it, because we drew a Plains. We'll actually hold on to the treasure for our soul. So, yeah. So, let's Buyer Silence the Brawlers, see what happens. See what goes down here if we do that. We can pretty much swing out if this goes through. All right. Like I said, I think there's a good chance they have something, but our board is just big compared to theirs. So I think we just swing out now. See what happens. Something, probably, but... yeah, trade for our big 6/6. Killer 3/2. $13 cards left in our deck. They have 15 left in theirs. Pretty surprised that there wasn't any trick somewhere in there. What is in their hand? They're just holding on to lands like we are, but a lot more of them. It's kind of interesting. Why wait till now? You know? Yeah, depopulate could be, but they wouldn't have bounced if they had depopulate. Maybe they would have. It doesn't make much sense, though. I think they do have Rogue's Gallery, so they might have... their stuff they have left might be graveyard stuff, so they didn't have anything worth getting back. Now they do. Like, Shattered Seraph is no joke. We need to draw our soul off the top. Yeah, Rogue's Gallery. I'm not, like, super alarmed by that. The Seraph is definitely the biggest problem out of all of those things. Do I attack with my Jewel Thief? I kind of think we don't. Maybe I do. Yeah, let's go ahead and rumble with the Jewel Thief. So they're going to play the Seraph and gain 3. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 3 lands left in our 12-card deck, so really good chance at drawing action. Yeah. Okay. So let's attack for 1. So right now, if we were to draw our soul, we'd blow up our veteran, a treasure, and their Seraph, I think. Ow. There it is. Let's hope they don't have counter magic or something. So let's attack with our fish. Alright, so here we go. Moment of truth. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna blow up our veteran, our treasure, and their Seraph. Yeah. I'm gonna put a shield counter on the soul. That felt pretty good. Alright, well. Don't love that, but... So we're both at 10 cards now. Well, actually, I'm at 9 now, I guess. Okay. So I think we attack with both our angels and our 4/4 and our fish. Yeah. I think that seems pretty good. With quick draw dagger in our hand. It feels like killing their angel is the best plan here. And making sure ours survives. I think that's where we're gonna go. Okay, they decide not to block with an angel. In which case... Okay. Now they do. Alright, so yeah, we'll play our dagger. Unfortunately, they're in blue, so their ability to, like, bounce our angels is pretty real. Ooh. Luckily, I can just play it again, but that's still pretty nasty. Lifelink is not my friend. Shield counter on the Interceptor, probably. For the lifelink. I'm gonna move this. They actually didn't put a shield on the Death Touch. That might have made sense. They're behind on cards now, so if that ends up mattering. Oh, man, yeah. Well, now it really matters, I think. I don't know how we win now without decking them. I think we have literally every land in our deck. 11, 12, 13, 14. I think there's one left. 15. Well, we have 17 in our deck, so 11, 12, 13, 14. There's actually 2 left in our last 8 cards. Okay. So, are we just going to try and kill them with a fish? Seems like a decent plan. And move this there. And end our turn. We're down to 6 cards. We're 5 and 2 right now. Our, oh, he's in exile, but yeah, our Soul of Emancipation has done some work. Wonder if I should have just let them keep their Seraph and given myself another 3/3, but... Ooh. They'd had enough of that. They're down to 4 cards. They must have something, though, that they know can get them out of this. The only thing I can think. There's the last land in our deck, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The remaining 6 cards are all real cards. Hopefully we can survive. They have a pretty nice board state. So, like I keep saying about this deck, we've actually had fun at least. Ooh, that is a big flyer. That's for sure. What? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I keep counting wrong. Now every card left in our deck is a real card. Yay. I think we might be dead, though. They're down to 2 cards, but they have a good swing here. I think if I were them, I would have swung out here. But I guess they have a little time, and we also don't know what's in their hand. All right, this is going to get interesting. Okay. Surely they have a way to sort of blow us out here, but we're kind of hoping they don't. See what happens. Drawing all our lands was not helpful in this situation, but... Okay. So... that's not good for us. We're at 8. Looking down 2 big flyers. Yeah, I don't think Sawjack saves us. It helps, but I think we're probably dead. They were all fun games, pretty much. That is a conservative attack, I would say. You're at 15, man. What do you think I'm gonna do to you? Yeah, so you're gonna block that. Why is it only letting me block with this? Oh, what? Oh, everything else flies. That's why. Everything flies or is unblockable. So, Yeah, so we take 5 here. If only we had a way to make them draw the last card in their deck. Echo Inspector, you're going to hit a real card, and then we're going to be able to play that card, so that is helpful. Another Sawjack. Pretty sure 3 damage gets through no matter what I do here. Maybe not. Can they only do 2 to us if they don't have removal here? Yeah, if they don't have removal, they can only do 2 to us. Or a creature with Blitz. And so on. There's a last card in their deck. So... that... this... this. They could have a trick too, of course. And we know they had, you know, refused to yield, so that may be what they use here to kill us. Oh my god. Are we gonna come out victorious somehow? With their 0 cards left in their library? Oh, we do! Oh my god. This deck has been awesome. Drawing Echo Inspector there was big. We had to draw something that was going to add 2 bodies to the board to not die, and we did it. That was, you know, I don't know. Of course, our connection was lost. I don't know how many more cards we had in our deck that could have given us 2 bodies like that, especially one that flew. So we drew really well there. That was a wacky one. Thank you for the follow to Squeezy. Pigorana and Dingleberries. They were out of cards, is why they resigned. Who? I mean, if we get a 3 land, we can make this hand work. A 3 land, a 3rd land, but... yeah, they should have been more aggressive with their attacks, I think. We have 2 2-drops. I mean, I think this is acceptable. Yeah, it's acceptable. We only need 1 more land of any kind to play all but 1 card in our hand. So I think holding on to the 7 is good. Nice. This has probably been my favorite deck of the format so far, mostly because the games have actually been fun. Like, being able to come back from behind is a real thing this deck can do. And when we win, we don't usually just, like, beat our opponent to death and make them feel horrible. Mostly. Mostly. Why would you do that? Doesn't that turn off the other one's ability? Yeah, it does. Fascinating. Yeah. You can still use it on your fence, but that's pretty weird otherwise. Yeah, let's play our Jewel Thief. That really gets our mana clicking here. Yeah. Fine with me. Pickpocket is another card that can really help you from behind. There just aren't any at common. And that's like I think that's maybe the biggest problem in the format. Get behind and you're in trouble. That's annoying. Alright, so... guess we just play our Broker's Veteran here. I don't really feel like using the other treasure. Ooh. They're like a 5-color nonsense kind of deck, it would seem. Okay. Well, I think we play our lackey and our parcel. Usually one can punish these kinds of decks, but our opponent did a pretty good job of just making sure... Oh yeah, things are about to get interesting. We do have one way to blow that up, but it gives so much value so quickly that it kind of doesn't matter. Unless we draw it really soon. And it costs 6, so... You know... I was like, are they going to attack? I'd be fine with it. Okay. Pickpocket hit Glittermonger doesn't seem too bad to me. Seems pretty good, actually. So yeah, Pickpocket. Bounce. I'm not going to bounce Fight Rigging, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it to me. Oh, nice. Definitely discard a Halo Scarab. And bounce their Glittermonger. And attack them with Broker's Veteran. Meeting of the 5. Yeah, that would be hilarious. You're not wrong. Hello. Rock's Pummeler. So this is going to trigger and they'll get the card right away. Pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. So what card do they get for free? Oh my god! It's a Fleetfoot Dancer. Well, we've come back from a lot in this draft, but I don't think we're going to do it in this game. Okay. Echo Inspector. The dagger just doesn't seem awesome here. I mean, I could have beat down the Dancer. That might have been the better play here. Probably was. Probably was. I don't remember if it was this deck, but, you know, streaming, but we played against someone who had both Fight Rigging and Vivian. That was a nightmare. Alright, so we're going to try to take this down. And I think we're going to try to get rid of the shield counter. I think that's kind of what we're reduced to here. And it's probably going to go very sideways, but we'll see. Can't target it because it's not black. So no. I have to spend more mana. Oh my god. So we take like 1,000,000. All those creatures die. We do get a shield counter. Hope that's worth. Yeah. I think we're dead. I need one more power somewhere. You know, I keep making mistakes because I feel so dejected, but I could have killed this last turn, and I could have killed the Pummeler this turn with our parcel. So that kind of sucks that I didn't do it. We really would have had a chance in this game if I'd done those things. But because I didn't, we don't really. The big issue with the format, if I were to sum it up, is that it's not fun. Whether you're winning or losing, it's usually not fun. This deck sort of bucked that trend overall because we have some wacky things going on, but yeah. Alright, so we're going to try to double block this. See what happens. I'm sure it doesn't go well. I mean, we wouldn't be entirely free, but we'd be in a way better place if I beat down and then parceled. I mean, you're right. I guess the pummeler would still be around, but one of these would be dead, and that would obviously be... Oh my god. They have these two, like, amazing tramplers and 2 luxurious libations. It's messed up, man. Oh, yeah? Take that. And we dead. Alright, well, 6-3. You know, this deck started out 2-2, so I didn't have high hopes, even though we're having a good time. So finishing 6-3 with this deck is perfectly fine with me.